Greetings spectators, today we will travel among the largest cities of Netherlands. Arnhem is located on the Lower Rhine River on its northern bank. The history of this town is as diversified as it is rich and interesting. From early inhabitants to various conquests to being in the center of various wars, this little city has seen it all. Arnhem, as it was referred to, had been a part of the Abbey of Prum, before it was officially declared to be a city in 1233 by Count Otto II from Zutphen. It also entered the Hanseatic League in 1443, which was basically a trading community from Germany, which had expanded over centuries to cover a fair part of Europe. More than 2 centuries later it fell in the hands of Charles Bold of Burgundy in 1473. The city changed rulers again almost 40 years later in 1514, when after repeated attacks, the Duke of Burgundy lost the city to Duke Charles of Egmond, Gelders. Sadly, he could also hold on to the city more than 3 decades, after which Charles V, the Roman Emperor, conquered it in 1543. Almost a decade after the Dutch War of Independence started in 1568, Arnhem also joined the Union of Utrecht in 1579. From 1795 to 1813, it was reoccupied by the French, by both revolutionary and imperial forces. In the 19th century, Arnhem was a genteel resort town famous for its picturesque beauty. It was known as the Little Hague of the East, mainly because a number of rich former sugar barons or planters from the Indies settled there, as they did in The Hague. Even now the city is famous for its parks and greenery. The urbanization in the north on hilly terrain is also quite unusual for the Netherlands. The 20th century saw World War II being waged from 1939 to 1945. In 1944, in an effort to end the war early, the bridge on River Rhine became the center of an altercation between the German troops on one side and the American, British and Polish troops on the other side. Glider infantry and paratrooper units were landed into the area on the 17th of September and later. The bulk of the force was dropped rather far from the bridge and never met their objective. A small element of the British 1st Airborne, the 2nd Parachute Battalion under Lieutenant Colonel John D. Frost, managed to make its way as far as the bridge but was unable to secure both sides. The British troops encountered stiff resistance from the German 9th and 10th SS Panzer Divisions, which had been stationed in and around the city. The British force at the bridge eventually ran out of ammunition and was captured on the 21st of September, and a full withdrawal of the remaining forces was made on the 26th of September. A second Battle of Arnhem took place in April 1945 when the city was liberated by the British 49th, West Riding, Infantry Division fighting as part of the 1st Canadian Army. The inhabitants of the city, who had been forcibly evacuated by the Germans during and after the battle, returned in the summer of 1945. The reconstruction of Arnhem took until 1969 to finally be completed. But enough of history today, it's time to enjoy the beautiful views this city has to offer.